Well, yesterday we have discussed about the Git complex. So Git complex. Okay. Yeah. And which merge tool we were using yesterday? VAM diff to merge the changes, right? Okay. Yeah. With the help of VAM diff, we are doing some merges. Okay. So that's what we have discussed in yesterday's session. And in today's session, okay. And so far we have been pushing our changes to the central repository, right? How we are pushing it? The command was git push and then origin master. So what does it mean? We have been pushing the changes to the origin. Origin means here there is master, there is branch name. Origin means branch, and which branch? The branch is master branch. Okay, so we have been pushing our changes to the master branch. Okay, but see, master is just a name of a branch. Okay, it is just a name of a branch which comes by default. But now here, instead of pushing the changes, I want to push the changes to the my own branch. Git push. Okay, now origin, just as some release one. So what is release one here? It's a branch name. Okay, so we need to create this branch first. So we need to create this branch. So once the branch is created, we can push these changes to the central repository. Okay. Now, so what we do is we'll look into how to create branches. Okay. Create branches. So how do we create branches? The command is git branch and then branch name. Git branch, the branch name. Then a branch will be created. Okay. So this is the command. Let's try to execute these commands. Okay. Right. So here git, but before that, see, I'm in a client system. Is it client or server? 1 second. I think I'm in server machine, so I need a client machine now. See, where do we create the branches from? From server? Are we sure? Can we do any operations on server? Can we do it? Did we do any operations on Svn on server side? Then where we were creating even branches in Svn, right? From where? From client machine. That means from developer, as a developer. So remember this point. Okay, you can't perform any operations through in server side. Okay, everything you need to do it from client machines. Okay. So this is the server. So this is a client machine. Yeah. So here is the client. Okay. CD git client.
Where?
Okay. So this is a client machine. Then CD git repo. Now first, but so far how many branches we have? First we'll look into how many branches we have. Okay. Then we'll see how to create the branches. So I just want to check how many branches we have so far. Okay. Git branch -v. Okay. So what is this? Okay. Others git branch -r. Okay. And git branch -a. Right. So look at here. I'm using three options. The first one is git branch -v. So the git branch -v gives the local repositories. Sorry, local branches. See, what do you mean by local branches? So it is we create some branches, right? We create branches on the client side. Okay. So once you create the branches on client side, so is it mandatory that we push it to the central server? No, it's not. Okay. You can create it, but if you don't like it, after some time you may delete it, right? So the git branch -v gives you the local branches. Okay. And look at here. What is which branch we have as of now? We have only one branch, which is master. And what is this? This is the recent commit you have performed on this branch. That is a recent commit operation we have performed. Okay. And then the next command is git branch -r. So what is -r? That means I want to check the branches. R means remotely. Here, what is remote here? Central server. Okay. On central server we have master. Okay, we have the master. Okay, right. And then we have one more thing is git branch -a. So -a gives you the local branches as well as the central branches. Okay. See, whatever you see something in red color, those are remote branches. If you see some branches in red color, those are remote branches. And if you see anything in green color, that is local branches. Okay. And after creating some time, okay, no issues. We'll see that now. Okay. Now you see master, right? What is master? That is our local repository. That's our local repository, and then there is a star mark. What does it mean? That means within local, now you are within the master branch. You're working on master branch. See, ls means, see, we have created some files right yesterday. We created these files yesterday. Okay. And which branch the files have been created? On master branch. So on master branch we have created some files. Okay. We have created so and so files. Okay. So, and what is our current working branch? How do we know? So if you, whenever you type for git branches -a or git branches -v, so here git branches -v and git branches -a, whenever you type these commands, you can see some local branches as well. So next to the local branch, if you see star mark, that is your current working branch. That is your current working branch. Is this clear? Now let's see how can we create the branches. Okay. The command is git branch some release 1, just say. Now I want to create a branch called release 1. Okay. It is created. How can we check it whether it's created or not? Which command? -a. Yeah, or else you can go with -v as well. No issues. Okay, let's go with git branch -a. Okay. Git branch -a. Okay. Now, so what is the difference between this and this? So here, how many local branches we have? 1. How about here? We have 2 local branches. But you see that is in black color, right? That's in black color. Okay. So if you see any branches in color black or green, those are local branches. Or else, put this way, if you see any branches which is other than red color, those are local branches. Okay. Red color means the remote branches, to be simple. And other color is local branches. But here, why the master branch is having green color? Of course, even release 1 is local branch, right? Release 1 is also local branch, master is also local branch. Why this is in green color? Yeah, that is your present working directory. Working branch. Present working branch. So that's why you see star mark, right? This is star mark. So star mark and green color means that is your present working branch, to be simple. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to check out. That means I want to change. I want to switch the branches now. Now, which branch I'm in? I'm in master. Okay, because we have star mark. So I want to switch the branch. I want to switch to which branch? Release 1. Okay, then what you do is git checkout and then branch name release 1. Now see this, switch to branch release 1. Okay, again go for git branch hyphen a. Now what is your current working branch? Release 1. That's why it is in green color and then star mark. Okay, clear? And master is in black color. Why? Because that is not our working branch as of now. Our working branch is only release 1. Okay, right. See, we have created release 1 branch on local, on client machine, but is it been created on central? Is the release 1 branch has been created on central server yet? Do you see release 1 branch on central? No, right? It's not it. Because why? We just created locally. We have not pushed it. Okay. See, the same concepts like Svn, we create the branches, then we need to commit them in Svn. The same way, we create the branches in Git, and after that, we need to push it the same way. Okay. The cycle is same. See, whenever I say release 1 or whatever something, whenever I say branch, it's just a directory. That's it. So far yesterday we are creating some simple files, but now we are creating the directories. The directories are nothing but branches, to be simple. Okay, clear? Now, so, and see which branch we are on? We are on release 1 branch, right? And if I type ls, you see some files, right? See, we have just created this release 1 branch, but did we create any files in that branch? No, right? But how come these files have created? Yes, correct. That means these files have been copied from the master branch. Okay, these files have been copied from master branch because where is this? Look at here. I was on master branch, right? I was on master branch and ls. Then on the master I have the same files. The same files have been copied to release 1. Same files have been copied to release 1 as well. Okay. So remember this point. I'll come back to this point again. Okay. Now here what I want to do now is I want to create some files in release 1 branch. So what is my current working branch? Release 1. Okay. I want to create some files within release 1 branch. Okay. Just some touch. Okay. Some r1.java file. Now, so r1.java file has been created. Okay. So release 1.java has been created. So and now check for git status. Okay. Okay. And then here r1.java has been created. Okay, it is not added, right? It's not added yet. So we need to add it. How do we add it? Git add file name. Okay. And then what is the next command? Commit, correct? Git commit -m and the comment r1.java. Okay, it is committed successfully. And what is next? What's next? Push, git push, and then origin, master. Why master? Is it master or some other branch? Release one, right? So see, we have created release one branch, right, on locally. So I want to push the same branch onto the central server. So I want to push it to release one branch, to be simple. Release one. Look at here, a new branch has been created, which is release one. Okay, right. And how can we check whether the branch has been created or not? Sorry, git branch option is v a. V means gives local branches. Okay. Look at here. Now which branch has been created? Release one has been created on central server. Okay. Fine. Now, so we are in release one branch. Okay. We are in release one branch. In release one branch, how many files we have? 3 files. Okay. Let's switch to master again. Git checkout. How can we switch? Again, we switch to branches. Git checkout and the branch name. How many files? Look at here. In release one we have 3 files. And release one we have, sorry, in master we have 2 files. Okay. And what is my current working branch? Master. Okay. Now I am master. Now observe this. Again I want to switch to release one branch. Okay. Git checkout and then release one. Okay. And git branch -a. So I'm in release one branch. Okay. I'm in release one branch. Okay. I have 3 files. In master we have 2 files. In master we don't have r1.java file. Now I want to create one more branch. Git branch release 2. I'm creating one more branch. Okay. But what is my current working branch? Release 1. Okay. Now, so I created this release 2 branch. I want to switch to release 2 now. Okay. Git checkout release 2. Okay. Switch to release 2 now. It has been switched. And ls. So how, if I type ls, how many files we are expecting in release 2 branch? 3. Why 3? Yeah, correct. So when we were creating the release 2 branch, what was our working branch? Release 1 was our working branch, current working branch. So that's why in release 2, these files have been created. Okay, ls. Now we have 3 files in. Okay, clear? So whenever you create the branch, whenever you create a branch, and in that branch, the previous files will be copied from there. Okay, so that's why see, it is not recommended, right? See, I have about just say 20 or 50 files in that release 1 branch. Okay, and then I want to create a new branch. If I create a new branch, why would I copy files from older branch, previous branch? See, in release 2, right, we have created release 2. We have created release 2 branch. So if I create a release 2 branch, these files have been copied from release 1. But is it a recommended way? See, when I create a new branch, what is the purpose? I want to create some new files. That's why I'm creating some branches here. Okay, clear? So, if you want to create an empty branch, so what you do is you just create a one second. Just say now release 2, right? Okay. What I want to do is I want to delete all the files from release 2 branch. And one more thing. Okay. So just one question here. Why whenever we create the file, whenever we create a branch, why the files are getting copied from previous branch? Yeah, correct. See, I was creating release 1 branch, right? I was creating this release 1 branch. Okay. Then and after that hit checkout release 1. Release 1. Okay. Now I'm in release 1 branch. Okay. And then after some time I want to create git branch release 2. Okay. So whenever I create this, the files from R1, files from release 1 will be copied to release 2. Okay, files from release 1 copied to release 2. Clear? Then, but why it has to be copied? Why it has to be copied? So you can create an empty branch, right? But why they have provided such kind of functionality? Okay, the only reason is, do you remember? So whenever you create a branch in Svn, so why do we create branches in Svn? To maintain the releases, correct? So I was creating some release 2 branch. Once I created the release 2 branch, what I was doing, I was copying R1 files to R2. Remember that point? Manually I was doing that. I was copying all the release 1 files to release 2. Why? Because release 2 needs to have the release 1 files as well. That is the reason they have provided such kind of functionality. Clear? So, if you create any new branch in Git, there is no need to copy the previous release branches, previous branch files. They have provided this functionality by default. So this is an advantage with Git. Okay. But whereas in Svn, we are creating the branches. Once we create the branches, copy the files from release 1 to release 2. We are doing that. But here, they have provided such kind of functionality. So we have these kind of advantages with Git. Okay, clear? Understand this? So git branch -a. Now I'm in release 2. But if I want to create an empty branch, then how? Just create some empty branch, remove all the files, and be in the directory, then create an empty branch. We can do that. Okay? Simple. See, create some branch, some junk branch. Okay, create some branch here. For example, just say release 2, right? I want to remove all the files from release 2. In release 1, now in release 2, do you have any files? Release 2, we don't have any files because I have removed. Then create one more branch, git branch, some release 3. Then git checkout release 3. Spelling. Okay. So do you have any files in release 3? No, because in release 2 we didn't have any files. That's why they have not been copied. Okay. So there was some message, right? What is this message? So these files have been deleted, but they have not been pushed it. They have not been committed or pushed. So that's why you see that message. Okay. And once you commit, once you push it, you don't see that message. Okay. Clear? Then we have one more type of branch, which is that's orphan. It's an orphan. This command. Git checkout orphan. Okay. See, for example, okay, I want to create a temporary branch. I want to create a temporary branch. That means I just create that branch and do something, do some work in that, and then delete it. Okay. So if you want to do that, what we need to do? For example, git branch. You need to create a branch, right? Some whatever, some R5, R7, whatever. So if you do this, what's going to happen? A branch will be created. Okay, a branch will be created. But I don't want to create a branch. I don't want to create a branch. So instead of creating a branch, I want to go for some orphan branch. What does it mean is, so whenever I run this git checkout orphan and the branch name, a branch will be created. But that is not a physical branch. That is just a logical branch. Okay, so the branch won't be created physically. Okay, the branch will be created logically, and once you come out of the directory or out of the branch will be deleted. Okay, just see here. I'm going to git checkout hyphen orphan. Okay, and just say some info. Okay, now switch to a new branch info. If you go for git branch hyphen a. Okay, do you see info branch here? See, I have checked out to orphan info branch, right? What is the name of the branch? Info is the name of the branch, correct? But do you see that branch within this list? You don't see that branch, right? That means we are not created a branch physically. The branch has been created logically. That's it. And see, that is what we call orphan. Orphan means the branch is created logically, but that won't be created physically. So if you check for git branches, you don't see that branch. And if you check out to some other branches, just say some release one branch. Okay, if you do release one, git checkout release one, and type git branch hyphen a. Now I'm in release one branch. Okay, I'm release one branch, but do you see the info branch? No, that is only the temporary. Once you come out of that, the branch will be deleted. That's it. Okay, just for time being, if you want to create some files and do some experiments, do them and then come out of that branch, then those files and branches will be deleted. Okay, so we have that functionality as well. Orphan means some orphan, that means which is not linked to any other branches. Okay, orphan means we know the orphan. What is orphan? Okay, so here in terms of git, orphan means the branch which we are going to create with the help of orphan, it won't be linked to any other branches physically. Okay, clear? Let's check out to release to git checkout. Release. So I have some pending files, right? And some files pending which to be committed. You can check for status. So delete it. Okay. Use. Okay. Git commit -m comment changes not staged. Okay, we need to stage them. Okay, we didn't stage them, right? Do you remember the staging area? Okay, so git remove file.java. Okay, and git remove what was the other one? r1.java. Now they have been unstaged. Okay, then you can commit them. Git commit -m. They have been deleted. Okay. After that, git push origin. What is origin? Which branch we are on? Release 2, right? Did we check out? Yeah, we check out. Okay. Release 2, right? And password. So it been pushed to release 2. Okay. You can check for git branch -a. Now we have release 2. But release 2 is still locally not committed to central. Okay. Now. So here, which branch am I now? I'm on release 2. Okay. Now, what I want to do is, I want to merge. You remember the merge? In Svn, we are doing some merges, right? Some branch to branch, branch to merge. So we have the same things within, even in Git as well. Okay. The command is git, the same command, git merge, and which branch you want to merge. Release 1. Okay. Second. Or else git checkout. I want to check out to some other branch here. Some release 1. Source destination source. Okay. So I'm in release 1 now. Okay. And git merge release 2. Okay. So what happened here? So what I was doing, I was trying to merge. Okay. So which branch we are on? Release 1. Okay. I was on release 1 branch, and I was trying to merge release 2. What is the source here? Release 1 is the source. Okay. So release 1 is the destination. So release 2 is the source. I want to merge release 1. Okay. I want to merge release 2 with release 1. So source is release 2, destination is release 1. Now what should happen? Destination should be same as the source, right? Do you remember the merge? No? See, if you can't remember this concept, okay, so this is the tough job for you to understand, okay, because every time, so whenever the merge comes, you need to understand what is merging. So that's why I've taken almost like half an hour session just for merging itself, okay. So if you don't practice, these things will happen. Svn merge, right? So what is the purpose of merging? At least can someone tell me the branch command? In Svn, what is the command? Svn merge, and then source Yeah, Chandra, go ahead.
Hi Krishna.
Yeah.
Morning.
Come on.
Just we have introduced the command called orphan, right?
Yes.
Followed by the branch name like
Yes.
info.
Yeah.
So that is we have created the branch name is logically but not physically,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
So how can you find out whether the branch has been created in logically?
No, you can't. You can't. So that's why even if you go for git branch -a, you don't see that branch. So
So
that's
which
only.
purpose we have to use that orphan
See,
command?
that is only okay. What happens is the branch will be created. Just use it, and then whenever you check out, the branch will be deleted. If you do some kind of like some, if you create some temporary files and do some kind of experiments R&D from your side, just do those things, and then once you check out to other branch, the directories and files will be, I mean, the branch and files will be deleted. So those won't be created physically.
So in the real-time point of view, you can't use that orphan one.
You can use it. You can use it, but thing is that won't be created physically. You can use it if you want, but you can't. Okay, that won't be existing. Like that is not a physical. You can use it, but that is not a physical.
But I can't get clear picture on that.
Okay. So if you create a branch, for example, I want to create some branch empty branches, or else, okay. For example, I want to create some orphan means. See, orphan means nothing here. Just create some, do some logical operations. Like if you want to create some files, or if you want to copy some files from one branch to another branch, you just create that branch and then do those operations. Then once you come out of that branch, so those things will be, the branch will be deleted. To be simple, we don't have a particular specific meaning for the orphan branch. So it's only for logical. If you want to create it, then come out of it. That's it. So you don't have any use of that orphan branch. Okay.
Okay, Krishna. Thank you.
So Svn merge. Okay. So merge. Yeah, merge, and then what is the command? Svn merge, and then source, source and destination, or destination and source. Destination URL, and then source URL. Okay, the same thing here. Okay, so I want to merge, git merge. Okay, but I'm already in the destination. For example, git checkout release 1. That is my destination. Okay, and then git merge, and then since we are already in the destination branch, right? So what we need to do, we need to just mention the source release 2. Then what happens? All the changes from release 1, this is the source, right? This is the destination. All the changes from release 2 to release 1 will be merged. Okay. And you remember we have deleted some files from release 2, sorry. Right? In release 2 we didn't have any files. In release 2 we didn't have any files. So that means release 2 branch was empty. Okay, but in release 1 we have some files. So I was trying to merge release 2 with release 1. Then what happens? All the files within the release 1 will be deleted because the release 2 is empty. Okay. Now I'm in release. Where is this? Yeah, I'm in release 1, right? I'm in release. That means I'm in destination. So destination is release 1, source is release 2. But in source we don't have any files. So all the files have been deleted. Look at here. The files have been deleted. ls no files in release 1. Which branch we are on? Git branch -a. We are on release 1. Do we have any files in release 1? No. Why? Because we have done the merge. Okay, we have done the merge release 2 to release 1. Okay, so in release 2 no files, right? So release to no files. Okay, initially it release to no files initially. Okay, and then release 1, how many files? There are 2 files. Release 1, we have 2 files. Okay, and then we are trying to merge release 2 to release 1. Then what should happen? So what is the purpose of merge? At least can you remember? Do you remember anyone? Does remember anyone? What is the purpose of, why do we merge? No answers? Sorry? Yeah, what happens if you merge? Just tell me that. Okay guys, so I'm helpless anyway. That's your wish. Okay, if you merge, what happens? The source and destination should be same. The same thing happen. Okay, so release 1 should be same as release 2. Sorry, yeah, release 1 should be same as release 2 because release 2 is the source, right? Release 2 is the source. And then here, this is the destination. Okay, destination should be same as the source. That is what happened. Okay. So understand this. Okay. GitHub. Okay. See, what is the difference between Git and GitHub? What is Git and GitHub? Git and GitHub.
GitHub means it has a central repository, right?
Central repository, but where? Even Git
I
has a
mean,
central repository, right?
it is a registry.
So Git has a central repository, right? See, without central repository, how can you work on repositories?
So we could not check out from. We could not able to push it from GitHub.
We can do that. See, everything is same. Git and GitHub both are, everything is same. Okay, Git and GitHub everything is same, but Git we maintain local means, that means remotely. So where is our Git repository located? Central repository on some remote locations, right? That's why we call it central repository. But how about GitHub? That's on cloud. Okay. So Git repository maintained centrally. We have installed central repository, right? Remember the first class? We have installed the central repository, Git central repository, so and so. Okay. But let's move on to GitHub. Okay. GitHub, the cloud repo, we have a cloud repository. There is no need to install anything here. So we can have everything within cloud. But who provides this repository? Git provides this repository. They call it GitHub. Okay. So only difference is Git means that is remote repository. GitHub means that is cloud repository. To be simple. Okay. Clear? So just open the website called github.com. github.com. And once you enter into this, the very simple thing is just create an account first. Once you create an account, just log into this. Okay. I have already logged in. Yeah, I have already logged in. Okay. From your side, create an account and then log into it. Okay. And once you create this, once you enter into this GitHub repository, this is the home page, how it looks like. Okay. Right. So here we have an option called start a project. Okay. What does this start a project means? create a repository. Simple. It is everything is UI. But there, how we were creating the repositories? Anyone remember how we were creating the repositories in Git? Any comments? And remember? Anyone? Git? Init? Hyphen correct. Okay. Whenever you go with this command, the branch, Git repository will be initiated. The central repository will be initiated. The same steps I am going with now, but that is on GitHub. Okay. So start a project here, then or else here we have one more option called new repository. Look at here. You can also do that, or else you can start a project here. Now, so which repository name you want to create? Okay, just some. And one more thing here. Look at here, repository name. So the names must be unique names. I have already created some repositories. So if the repository name is already existing, you can't create the same repository. Okay. I want to create some info_test. Okay. Then here the actual part comes. Look at here. We have two options here. Okay. We have two options. Okay. One is public. Okay. So one is public, other one is the private. Okay. One is public, other one is the private. Okay. The marker is not working. Okay. So public and then private. What does it mean? If you go for public, anyone can see this repository. Okay. But if you go for private, choose who can see and commit to the repository. Okay. So here, but this is a paid version. If you go for public, private, that's a paid version. Okay. So what do you mean by anyone can see this repository? So we'll talk about that later on. Okay. Now, so initialize this repository with readme. So remember that whenever we create a repository, a readme.file will be created. So if you want the file has to be created, the file will be created. Readme.text file. Okay, let's create that file. Create repository. Okay, now the file is being created. The repository has been created. What is the repository name? Info_test. Or else you can check it out here as well. Info_test. Okay, and the file is already created, right? Readme.md, because I've checked that. Create this file by default. Now, that's it. Our central repository is ready now. Our central repository is ready. Then what we need to do? And one more thing here. Look at here, branches. So what is the as I said, whenever we install repository, which branch will be created by default? Master. So master has been created by default. Okay, clear? Go back to the branch. Okay. Now, look at here. Obviously, see, we have central repository ready. And what is the next step? The developer part, the client part. Okay. Now, client has to clone the repository, then start using it. See, everything is same. Each and every step, each and every command everything is same, except we have the repository on cloud in GitHub. That's it. Central repository maintained on cloud. That is very simple. Okay. See, how long it takes to create a repository? Not even 30 seconds. Did we do any installations? No. We just logged into the website, created the repository. To be simple. Okay. Now that is the reason most of the organizations, they are going with this GitHub repository. It's easy to work on. There's no headaches of creating repositories. Yeah. No. This is central repository. That's it. We have the central repository available now. Then we'll look into the developer part. Okay. Right. So now developer has to clone this repository, right? So here we have an option to clone or download this repository. Click on this. Now this is the URL of your repository. This is the URL of the repository. Okay. Copy this. Okay. And then git bash, right? Now the client part. Client has to clone this repository. But how does it do? Through git bash. He has to use the client version, which is git bash. Okay. Right. So here I'm creating some directory here, some GitHub. Okay, some directory and cd GitHub. Okay, and then git clone. So if you use the central repository, what we were doing, we are using root at the rate the IP address git clone root at the rate the IP address and then git repository location. Correct? But are we using central repository here? No. Now you understand the purpose of this URL. Okay, copy this URL and then git clone. That's it. Then this will be cloned. Enter. Okay, it is cloned successfully. Info test cd, that is a repository name, right? Now I'm in master. Look at here, I'm in master, right? ls readme.md. Okay, clear? So every command, everything is same, only that is the difference. That's on cloud. Okay, for example, I want to create some files, some file.java. Okay, then check for even the cycle is same. Git status. Okay, git add so and so. Okay, then git add file.java. And what's the next step? Git commit -m and some comment. So it has been committed. What is the next step? Git push. Git push and then origin, right? You need to mention the origin. Master. Okay, enter. But once you enter, see, if it is on central repository, it used to ask the credentials, right? The root user credentials and root user password. But here it is asking for which credentials? The cloud repository credentials, correct? So I logged in as this user, right? So I need to enter that user's credentials now. Okay, clear? So I need to enter this user credentials here. Okay. I don't remember the credentials, but let username first. Okay. Then password. Yeah, right. Done. So it has been pushed successfully. Now go to the central repository. Now here we should have the file present. Refresh it. File1.java. Is this clear? Now we have, so this is, but what is the advantage here? You can see a clear view, right, of your repository. But if you use central repository, Git remote repositories, okay, So you're able to view the data on central repository like this? No, you can't. If you want to do that again, you need to clone that repository to one more location. But here you can view the data. Clear? And also you can look at here. You can create the branches here as well. You can create the branches and create new files, upload files. You can do every actions from central repository itself. Clear? So whatever you want to do, you can do every action from central repository. You can do that. Understand? So every command, everything is same. Only that is on cloud. This is on. So this is on cloud, and the other one is on remotely. So this is the advantage of GitHub. So that's why we prefer to go with GitHub rather than Git. Okay. But one disadvantage here is that, okay, the repository names. Like if I want to create one more repository with the same name, you can't. That's a disadvantage here. If you want to create the one more repository with the same name, you can't create that same name repository. That's a disadvantage. So every repository name should be unique. Every repository name should be unique. Okay, clear? Okay, try to remember, not forget these topics because I'll be integrating GitHub repository in Jenkins. Okay, at that time I can't explain these things again. Please remember this concept. Okay, and try to do some hands-on. And try to do one thing. Whatever we have done within Git, try to perform all those commands, execute all the commands like git branches, git merge, branches, create branches. Okay, do everything on GitHub. So if you are not practiced yet so far, okay, I recommend straight away start working on GitHub rather than Git. Okay, just say if you are not installed Git so far, then start working on GitHub, which is on cloud. Okay, try to execute the same commands on the GitHub repository. Okay, clear? Yeah. Any questions, anyone? You can raise your questions now.